today's episode of Beer Me Dr. B, we've got a special guest. Magz is standing behind the camera. We're in Houston, Texas this weekend. This is my brother-in-law, Kevin Massey, a.k.a. K-Mass, a.k.a. Chef K-Mass, a.k.a. Mandola Food Products, a.k.a. I don't even know what else. Bogey Dust, and all the things.
Just call me LLC.
Welcome to Beer Me Dr. B. Here we are for our next episode. We're doing seltzers today, you guys. We're trying to venture out. Because we are in Houston, we are doing Karbach. Karbach is actually from the Houston area. We've got 3 different flavors of Karbach today. We've got original lime. These are RanchWaters also.
I'm excited just to drink them.
Yeah.
But no, in all honesty, I would just have to say they do the 12-pack is a little combo mixture. And give me that one over there sitting on that bar.
So there's 4 different
There's
varieties,
4.
as there should be. Because
and I'm gonna mess up
12-pack.
her flow, but
No,
there is 4.
Really go.
And I would just say, as far as rating them from most favorite, yeah. There's only one.
Yeah.
So
Unique
you've got. Thank you, sir.
Unique New York.
Unique New York.
Oh, the Meyer lemon.
I'll just kind of go in order of the last one I would drink. How about that?
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
So this one's like no one can be mad at. It's lime. It's original. It's your go-to, and it's what you'd expect if someone said RanchWater, right?
True.
However, then someone throws a little agave watermelon at you, and man, I'm happy. I'm happy as hell because watermelon's great, RanchWaters are great, and it's a great combo. I'm sipping and I'm happy. And then you throw this at me, and it's like you had to do it because it's RanchWater. I felt obligated to make something prickly pear just because. And then you're like, okay, that's cute. And then you get the lemon, and you're like, I see you, okay? But they're all 3 damn good, and I'm not mad at any of them. I would just say that the prickly pear is my least favorite because I just think I think they just did it because they felt they had to.
Yeah.
And I think RanchWater I think tequila. It's a silver tequila. It's a good mineral water, and in Texas, it's Topo Chico. That's what we're known to consume. And then heavy on the lime juice, and it's more about just the refreshing, good cocktail after like sweating it out after a hard day's work or whatever it be out in the sun. In the seltzer world, like Steph said, everyone's doing it. They did it well though. I got to give them props. I mean, being in Houston, there's a lot of breweries here that shit the bed when it comes to seltzers. A 12-pack was less than $12. Now it's like $17.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Yeah, we just went. I bought some Vizzies just so we could try it out because I do promos for Vizzy here and there. It was $17 almost for a 12-pack.
17.
Seltzers are coming up. Let's crack some of these bad boys open.
Okay.
I'm gonna crack open the lime. We should probably drink in the order that we don't like, I guess. I was gonna try and just do the OG first, just so we could try it out, and just remind your palate of what these taste like. So, cheers.
And disagree with me if that lime doesn't come off too hard.
I'm gonna keep this in mind. So Untapped, if you guys know, you can check these in still. Even though they're seltzers, they're still brewed at a brewery. These are delicious.
Correct.
Nice and I do taste that limey flavor. I could see what you mean by it's kind of like they're forcing the lime a little bit on you.
The aftertaste on these seltzers, that's kind of the determining factor if I like it or not. The Karbach brand. And then there's another original OG triple seltzer that I fire by the fucking clip. Is they don't have the problem with the aftertaste.
The claw.
Hey, the claws. As my brother-in-law would say, ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws, brother.
The one thing that I would say is that my first memory of seltzers is Truly's, because that was the first real seltzer that came out. I would say that was my first one. I was like, man, I can't drink these. I don't like the aftertaste, and that was always the biggest thing for me. Vizzy's doesn't give me that. This gives me a little bit, but I think it just depends on the flavor. So, Untapped is our, it's a beer-related reviewing app. It's almost like Yelp for beer or seltzers.
Okay.
We rate them on a scale of 0 to 5. Usually between 3 to 3.5. You know, you're digging it. It's good enough to drink. It's crushable. You know, if you see it in the grocery store, you're gonna pick it up. It's on sale. 3.5 to 4. You're probably gonna be going out of your way to go to the grocery store to get it. 4 to 4.5. You're probably gonna be traveling for that. And 4.5 to 5. You're probably traveling for a far distance or making your way out of the way to get that specific beer.
So it's more based on like desire of acquisition.
Yes.
I mean, you know, being that it's Karbach and it is H-Town, I don't have to travel too far to achieve these. However, you know, funny enough, I actually do, because the convenience of my corner liquor store is like right there on my way home from my office. They don't carry these. So I do actually go out of my way to get these. So
this is probably more
great
of a,
point and great thought process. 3.5 for these. 3.5.
Well, yes. So for the
all
line,
day.
I would say I'm going to be very honest, because some seltzers I love, some seltzers I don't. I'm going to give this one a 3.
Ooh, so we can go in quarters.
So this one is 3, 3.25, 3.5, 3.75. And
Can you rank it however from 1 to 5?
whatever you think.
No, 3.5 I'm sticking with. I was managing 6 properties in the golf business, country clubs. And we, you know, obviously we were just getting everything shoved down our throats as a buyer on the liquor and wine side. And they're pillars of our community. I've done the MS 150 2-3 times, and I always ride on these guys' teams because they have the best tent, they have the best training. Not only are they like about making beer, but they're about being, you know, involved in the community.
Pretty common now to have a seltzer at every brewery that we go to.
You almost have to.
Yeah,
you almost
they
have
really
to.
do.
Agave lime was our first try.
Yeah, so.
And then you said you went to prickly pear?
Yeah, let's do prickly pear. Let's try
you
the
wanted to go to
prickly
prickly pear.
Yeah.
All right,
So it's still going to be 4.5% alcohol, 90 calories also, still gluten free, still 2 carbs. Like they're very similar across the board. It's just going to be flavor profile.
And then let me ask you this, Steph, because you're the beer guru. Is like if they have a line, like, and it's a 12-pack, it's a variety.
Yeah.
Are they trying to stay like same calories, same alcohol,
Yes.
ABV, and all that?
At least from what I noticed for variety packs for seltzers, I noticed they try and stay pretty much along the same line of ABV. So I'll give you an example. Busy Mimosa line. All of the alcohol profiles are going to be the same. ABVs across the board. It's going to be flavors. The only thing that's changing. So I feel like Karbach did the same. So their variety pack, they pretty much keep the ABV the same. Calorie content, carb content. They just change a little bit of the flavor profile. Because it's all the same base. Is there prickly pear purple?
Yes, it is.
I was like, why did they make it purple?
It's like, okay, so prickly pears, I mean, like they grow in the cactus, and they really are this tint of color. And they're extracted, and I mean, I think the first craze with it was margaritas, right? So it's just an injection of flavor, and it's unique. But I mean, mad props to them because no one else does it, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, they're representing Texas, so. And dude, I said it was my least favorite, but I said never, or did I never did I say it sucked, right?
Yeah, it's still fair.
It's still fucking nails, right? So nails. Hang on, wait. It's a nail to the dome. Nail to the dome. Yes.
I was going to say, Michelob Ultra, we actually bought a case, that Michelob Ultra Infusion has prickly pear in it. There's not a lot of prickly pear anything, though. What did we just have that has prickly pear? I'm trying to think. It was something that was non-alcoholic. And I was like, prickly pear? What in the world? I have to think about it.
Yeah, you know, and let me just tell y'all, no one knows what fucking prickly pear tastes like because it's prickly, and I don't want to fuck with it. And so they can, you know what, to be honest with you, you don't know what it tastes like.
No.
Have you ever like peeled?
I do.
Well, of course you have.
Magz
Of course you have.
everything. Bam, bam, bam.
And so
Oh,
this is watermelon, but doesn't have any sugar.
Watermelon sugar.
Wow.
Did
Karbach
you see
watermelon
that?
sugar.
Mine like splattered to the side of the couch.
It's full of seed. so it's not pleasant to eat.
Have I
Correct.
eaten it before?
So
have.
you
I've
cook it,
had
you cook it
prickly
down,
pear
you
before.
extract it, you get
My
almost
dad
a
is-
But
syrup.
they're
Big
yellow
fan
in
of
the
that.
inside,
Yeah.
right? I've had
Well, they're
prickly
green.
pear.
They could be green. They
I
could
mean,
be red.
shit, that sounds
could
like a
be
damn
yellow.
pomegranate seed to me,
And it's
bro.
a pain in the butt.
They could
Nobody.
As far as the pain in the ass,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
it's a
It's
whole
like
bunch
eating a
of seeds.
watermelon with all the seeds.
Yeah.
Really well. Compared to the other two, this one seems not forced, but it just is, there's a punch of lime. The prickly pear.
I like where she's going, y'all. Listen. She's speaking knowledge.
It's got, I don't know, it's got some acidity to it, so I feel like it's not as uniform taste. The watermelon just seems like
It's perfect.
it just seems like it flows so well. Like, and I can see why you like this one. I'm wondering the Meyer lemon. What do you think of the Meyer lemon that you brought it into it?
Well, shit. Oh, now you're gonna throw that one back
Well,
in there?
it was over there, and you
I
brought it
mean,
into
dude,
the
no.
party.
What you just said was gospel.
Stick to a 3.25 for this one. I'd probably give this one a 3.5. I'd probably give this one also a 3.5 to one.
And
But
you know,
I would say this is probably the smoothest one. It's pretty easy drink, crushable, and it's the same flavor profile throughout.
I'm gonna swing set the nuts and give this one a 5.
Oh!
5 banger.
Yeah.
This one, 3.5er. This one, 3.25. This one, 2.75, maybe 3. However, the one thing that I can say they could do to decipher the popularity, they do sell 12ers of lime only, right?
Okay.
And
Yes,
then
yes,
the
they
only
do.
other option is a 12 banger of these bad boys. So,
Right back, yeah.
I mean,
Get the watermelon on its own pack.
yeah, you could, but
I think people
however,
are just scared.
what may be the reason, reason there's such a, little desire or fondness for it is because, you go through 9 before you get to the beauty, right?
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
100% accurate.
So let me ask you this. This is the question. I'd love to. Can you put polls and associate polls with these podcasts?
Because
When everyone goes for the variety and they get a 12 banger, where do they start? Least
Ooh.
favorite or most favorite?
Oh, that's good to know. So we actually have talked about that in previous episodes. A lot of times, and it depends on when we're doing flights, Magz and I start with the one we don't like the most. We try to drink that one and get it
Okay.
out of the way.
So it's
Or,
Get it over with.
or you leave it
Yeah,
at
get
the
it over
end,
with.
so by the time you're drinking and you're kind of like, okay, I'm already getting a good buzz, I don't even care what the last one tastes like.
All right.
So it just really depends on your mood, I think. But I feel like we should definitely do a little Instagram poll on that. We could
Let's
definitely-
hear it.
I feel
What do you
like
got,
I
Puppy?
wanna drink the worst first.
The worst first. It rhymes.
Worse
I mean,
for it makes sense. I'm going back throughout. I'm just so I
oh,
like
oh,
to.
oh, wait. This one was yours. I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I'm
Positive.
sorry.
Positive.
Positivo. But yeah, so I like to, after we go through our tasting, I like to kind of say, you know what, let me try them in the order that I think I'm going to want. And see how it goes. But, so we tried all 3. We really didn't talk about Karbach at all, but it's because they don't have any
No.
information on the
Karbach,
website.
Karbach's dope, dude. So St.
You know how
Arnold's
long
and
they've been
Karbach.
around?
St. Arnold's and Karbach were kind of like the founding fathers of the brew game here in H-Town.
Okay.
And, there's the involvement that I had with them, first and foremost, was just like the MS-150. And both of them kind of did that game. And like St. Arnold's, I've watched them go through 2 locations. Karbach,
Really?
I've watched them go through 2 locations.
Wow.
They're both just like, they're I would say ambassadors to the Houston community. And they've given everyone kind of the confidence because Karbach, I don't know if you know this, they got bought. Like, Budweiser now owns them, okay?
So,
But they
okay.
they sold it with stipulations, and they still they control a little bit of the game and what they do uniquely enough to just, like, be who they are. And, like, so, dude, I can't be mad at somebody that's successful and they get bought by somebody.
Yeah.
That's a goal of my company.
Yeah, of
You know?
course. I would say, so bringing up that information, I actually thought about that. So a lot of times when we talk about breweries, We know that St. Arnold's going to be a macro brewery. We know that community in Dallas is going to be a macro brewery. Karbach is a macro brewery. The fact that they got bought out by Anheuser-Busch means that they're pushing 50 to 60,000 barrels of beer or seltzer.
Barrels.
Barrels. If Karbach got bought out by Anheuser-Busch, I have to tell you too that they're a macro brewery. They probably, I don't know where they distribute it, but I'm sure it's pretty most southern regions.
I think that's what the acquisition was for, is to extend their reach.
Oh yeah, which we have a lot of breweries in North Texas that we've had that we love. Like so, Four Corners is a really good example that we know that they got bought out by Constellation Brewing and became a macro brewery. That's one of the big ones. Community Brewery, same thing. I know that your brother Mark really.
I mean,
likes
you can't be mad at
Community.
them, right?
Yeah, and that's why I was like, hey, if they're still able to stay to their true colors and still have a lot of non-profit related associations and deal with stuff like the MS 150.
Yeah,
MS 150.
MS 150, multiple
Yeah.
sclerosis.
Yes.
It's a ride from Houston to
Yeah.
Austin, 150 miles.
You think you're gonna do that again one day?
I've done it twice, and dude, to be honest with you, why don't you do it with me?
I would
and
love
I will.
to. Let's plan it. I would definitely do it.
I'll do it.
2024. Let's go.
I'll do it.
Let's
And,
make a
and,
team.
and can I tell you the coolest part about it, Steph? So my homie, and dude, if we can like get this, you have to have him as a guest. He's the one that got me into the MS 150, but he is
Cool.
he's like a beer nerd savant, like just
He's the round.
dude. I mean, he walks on water or walks on beer foam, you know.
Ooh, fun.
So, dude, he's totally legit, and he made the MS 150 fun, right?
Cool.
Because I mean, everyone walks into it and they're just like, you know, but he chose the right team for us, which is a beer team.
Cool.
And the start we did, like we weren't out there at like super butt crack early. He's like, dude, like what are we in a rush for? Just to go hurry to a camp that we're just gonna sit there for?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's take our time.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, but we would stop at all these cool little teeny tiny towns.
Cool.
And if there was a bar, we were just grabbing brews, right?
Dope.
And so we turned, because, you know, we're not in a race and we're not in a rush, right?
Yeah.
So we turned this ride into just like, let's just have some fun.
That's awesome.
I mean, everyone has to raise a certain amount of money.
Okay.
And we stopped at all the stops to, like, you know, ingest our needs for nutritional value
Yeah.
to keep going.
Well,
So
where did you
you're
guys
right.
camp? Like you camped out? Like
You camp out in this town, and it's like outside of LaGrange, and everybody kind of has their own tents
Cool.
based upon what team you ride with.
okay.
But like, of course, we chose like one that involved alcohol.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, Karbach 1 year, St. Arnold's 1 year, and so like we would do these training rides, and they were just fun. And I just remember this one cat, and his name was Taco Grande. And I mean,
Hi, my name is Taco.
dude's
Grande.
big, and he's just like, I just look at him and I'm like, you ride bikes? And he's like, yeah, bro, I ride bikes to not get bigger, you know? So he'd go out, and I mean, we'd burn like, you know, we'd go on a 50-mile ride on a Saturday.
So did you guys prep together too?
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 50-mile ride just to practice, okay?
Oh,
And so we'd go, but like his goal was to go find badass taco trucks at badass breweries,
cool.
right?
I like that.
And so like you'd finish the ride and you'd consume every calorie you burned in beer and tacos. I tell you, the hardest part about it all was just walking in I mean, you got a Peloton now, right?
Yeah.
Have you tried walking across, like, you know, your tile floor in those shoes?
Oh my gosh! Click, click, click,
Weird
click,
as
click,
shit,
click,
right?
click.
So that was like the strangest, most awkward part about the whole thing, was just walking in and tights and whatever in a biker's helmet, and can I get your, you know,
And
tell
now
me,
you're
tell
like,
me.
can I get a seltzer?
It's like, no. I mean, yeah, that's what I'd ask for, you know. But tell me, what would you ask for? Because that's what my man Dustin would ask for. Like, what's, you know, do you
What's
have
local?
any India Pale Ales or IPA,
Yeah.
wheat, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. Just and then I was drinking those, and then I get cotton mouth, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not smoking dope or anything. So anyway, after a couple, I just like came across a town that had a liquor store, and I bought some Tito's and a couple of Topo Chicos, and then hey, problem solved. But anyway,
Cottonmouth dissolved.
it's been fun.
Yay! I'm glad you were able to come along.
As plug, no, I'm just blessed to be on here with this. My sister she's got the same motor I do, and
Hell
so
yeah.
that's why we're connecting. And to be honest, I took a chance. I gambled on myself, and I gambled on myself with a family and a shitload of responsibilities. Put me in a corner, though. I'm going to fight my way out of it, and that's what I've done, and that's what I will continue to do. I own a company that actually buys certain Wagyu products from this certain brand. The gentleman that owns this company is not only a genius in his own right for Karbach, but he has a company called RC Ranch, and we partner with it. But I'm taking notes. You might see me somewhere else.
And that's why we honestly love to do this. We can have a full conversation for 7 hours, but believe me, I'm gonna make it 3. So don't worry about how much we blabber on, because don't worry, it'll be a promo at some point, it'll be a conversation at some point, it will be a post at some point. No footage, close to waste on our podcast. But we appreciate you being on. We appreciate you taking us along this journey with you, with Mandola. We love it. We had a lot of fun. I learned a lot about Karbach today.
Famous words of Steven. Oh wait, is it
Chops?
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Oh yes. How the fuck? I was gonna say, did you even do that?
Did my exit. Peace, bitches. Come on.
Until next time.
Until next
Thank
time.
you guys for tuning in. Subscribe on YouTube. I'm Dr. V. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Dear Me Dr. V, where it's never refilled too soon. We'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.
Cheers.